Hey, what's up? We weren't even going to do this today. We are supposed to be going to pick up some sewing machines, but as Facebook Marketplace typically is, it's rather difficult. Some people are like, hey, I'll bring this right to you. You don't even have to come pick it up. And then other people are like, yeah, I got this for sale. It's $3,000. I don't know when you can come pick it up. So we were supposed to meet this dude over some sewing machines, and we have not heard back from him today. Yesterday, kind of same thing. He's like, I can do it tomorrow, no problem. And it started as any day's fine just before 8 p.m. So we're going to work on this right now, and just kind of waiting around to hear from this dude on the machines. I bought these off of Marketplace, and I said, hey, will you mail these to me? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And then he said, hey, I'm actually going to be running around. I'll just bring them to you. I'm like, cool. So we talked to this gentleman. Turns out he's a fireworks blaster, or he does the fireworks shows, right? He wires them up, does the programming, puts them in the computer, does the whole deal, like major choreographed fireworks shows in a lot of states. So he said one of these is his uncle's, one was his father's possibly, or it might have been his, but he knows the people that owned these. He himself was in Vietnam. He is 74 years old. And I said, hey, I'm gonna cut this up and make something cool. Because I'm like, do you have any kind of attachment to these things? He's like, no, I really don't. I said, well, we're gonna cut them up and make something else out of them. I go, let me build something for you. He's like, you don't got to do that, but that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna basically cut these up. You've seen this before. We're gonna make a tool bag out of this, give it to him, so that my end of my obligation is completed, because I said I would do that for him. And that's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna cut, this one has more patina to it, kind of a little more faded and lighter color. So I'm gonna use this one right here, and we'll put this one. This has a name on it, but it is so old, he couldn't make out who this was. I see SP something, but anyways, that's what we're gonna do right here. This has a big US right here, so I'm gonna kind of, I don't know whether I want to put this on the end or on the face. I don't have a template or a stencil to duplicate this on the opposite side, so I think we'll just put it on the side pocket, only on one side of the bag. But I think he'll dig this. He built his own house, and pretty cool dude. A lot of stories, a lot of cool stuff. So let's just start with splitting this open. You can, as you saw if you've watched many of these videos, you can unseam this. And I do watch guys on Instagram use a seam ripper and stuff and cut these all apart. I don't see a benefit to it, and the time involved in doing it is just astronomical. So I'm gonna just cut down, maybe not with these scissors. I'm gonna cut down this seam and get this laid out flat. These are becoming very difficult to get. You will find, if you go looking for them, you'll find them in your local market for sure. You'll see a guy listing, one or two guys listing these, and you should be able to buy them, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks, $25. Guys that know what these are, and guys that are collectors and stuff, some of these go for hundreds of dollars if they have the heritage on them, if they know the lineage of them, and specifically what they were, and I don't know how they decipher them, because I don't see any codes or marking on them as to which factory made them or anything, but some guys, they know.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder if each branch kind of thing that got them, like, were they different?
I don't see any difference in them. I would assume a dude like at a military collector show probably knows. I'll bet there's a book out there that has like every fucking picture of every sea bag ever made and how to decipher it.
One dude, that's all he does is collect sea bags.
Like that dude I bought the big anvil from. He had a whole massive book, like a Yellow Pages, and it just had all the maker's marks and just everything you could possibly ever want to know about an anvil. So there we are. And you can see they've got this reinforcement here. That's where the handle on the other side is. And then this comes up and clips in. There's a pin, which doesn't actually seem to be, oh, there it is. So this catches all these grommets and then locks onto it. And you only had a single strap, and that held that whole thing closed and also worked as the top attachment for your shoulder strap. And then this was just a cover that kind of kept all your shit from falling out that drawstring up at the top. It's not an actual drawstring, but kind of looks like it. So the only piece on here that cannot be negotiated with is this logo right here. I want to make sure we have that. So we'll cut that first, and this will be that side pocket. Which kind of sucks because then we don't have room to use any of the other material here. Maybe we will put that on the end. If we put that right on the end, then we have room. But no, that tear is too big there. We'll just do what we were originally going to do. So somewhere here is a green ruler. Oh, I see it. There it is. Let's just give us some marks to kind of work around here. So I can center this. Can we fit this here? We can. Kind of.
Close enough to work.
Huh?
Close enough to work.
Yeah, it'll work. I'm more nesting it so that we can utilize the other pieces of material that are here. By the time you cut one of these out, you really don't have any material left over for any other project. I've never noticed these layout marks here. So I don't know if they were used in, I would assume when this was made, they probably did not have like a Gerber or Autometrics cutting machine. Those cutting machines have, it's like a razor blade basically that cuts it out. Before we were using lasers. But they also had a pin that would go in there and make marks and dots, so your drill holes and stuff where your webbing and stuff was going to go. They also had a drill on board, a lot of them. And then some of them would have IR markers on them, so you'd only see the marks under black light on the sewing machines. But I would assume these were probably cut 20 or 100 deep or whatever with like a Eastman saw,
yeah.
A big fabric saw.
I'd like to see the press that put all those grommets in.
Our press would put these in. These are going to be spur grommets.
Well, I just mean the old equipment.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure they had something hydraulic or air operator or something. You've seen those machines at that other factory out there we were at.
Yeah, they had 2 of them in there.
They were set up for small. But the same company that makes our kick presses makes all of that stuff. And then when you buy your dies, you set them up. They'll have self-punching grommets. You buy a different part number and it's sharpened. So it seats it. These are spur grommets and they have big teeth. So when it seats those teeth, that's why, and these are massive. That's why they have such a standoff right there. Probably 1/8 of an inch off the material. And they're going to be, I think they're copper. Typically, that's what ours are. Black wash copper.
I thought they were brass.
They might be brass. That might be what they are.
It's all the raw ones I've seen are brass.
Brass is harder than copper, right?
I don't know.
Brass is copper with something else in it, I think.
I believe it has tin or aluminum mixed with it. I think it's tin.
Why am I using these?
Have it. There's a lot of different kinds of brass. Some brass has lead in it too.
I just know you're going to have a lot of fun when I get my printing press. And we have to engrave little dies or whatever those are, right? You have to hand carve them. That sounds like a perfect job for Jade.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays, I bet we'd just 3D print it. They'd be consumable parts.
They do a lot of that stuff. They do gloss wax casting, but they'll do it with 3D printed stuff too. So
Yeah.
Use that as the part that melts out.
Yeah, that's why I said Jade, because he was doing lost wax and sand cast stuff with all the original jewelry stuff, all his beads and things.
And there's like a failure rate on that. You only get so many out of however many.
Yeah, that's what he said. Out of 12, we're going to get 8 to 9 pieces. I think that's what he said when we were doing the combat cock beads. Man, I have this shit all over me already. I was really trying not to. All right, we have the main body. We have the 2 little pieces that are going to go on the main body will be the side zippers. And we have these 2 big pieces here are the actual zipper for the main bag.
Is this going to be hybrid or is it going to be?
No, just canvas. Just this here.
How was the tsunami bundle?
It was a tsunami. A lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
It's over quickly though, yeah.
Yeah, it was like an hour of just pretty heavy rain, but there's probably a 30-minute period of insanity.
Doing 20 and you can't see the road in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
What's he making you for lunch?
Dino Miggies.
Huh?
Dino Miggies.
Is that really what you're having?
Me?
Yeah.
I have no clue. I don't ask questions usually.
I'll see him doing it. I'm like, I don't want this bullshit. Why are you making this? He's like, I'm making it for Brandel.
I told him, I was like, I don't need anything. Just fix whatever food you're fixing. And if I don't eat it, I've always got stuff with me. So, you know you like a good hot dog. That's about it.
It's not me that'll fire him. It's Amanda that will fire him. That's what she said last night. She's like, he used to make fucking meatloaf. I don't want fucking meatloaf. I'm like, did you tell him?
That's what we're having today.
That's what you're having? Yeah. She's already not in a good mood. I didn't want to ruin her day, so I didn't tell her. She's going to be super stoked when she walks in there and sees meatloaf. All right, what am I missing here? I've got everything. I just need the inside liner,
Inside liner.
Velcro and webbing.
Your secondary inside piece.
Yeah. Yeah, the off color. All right. Not much left here.
They don't go as far as you would expect them to.
No, because they got all this fucking weird seams in them.
Yeah.
And we can't, fold them or put a proper zipper on them or anything. It's like 6 layers of material the way they seam that. All right, what do we want to put inside this? Green. Green sounds good. We'll put green.
There's quite a bit of that out here. I might swap your roll for mine.
You need more of it?
Yeah.
I ordered those rolls of black yesterday.
Awesome. That stuff makes good bags.
Yeah, it makes really good bags.
Probably the best solid color you've ever had.
That's what we're going to make Hank's bags out of.
Yeah, I did not want to do them out of the other stuff. You think that stuff you sprayed dried long enough yesterday?
30 minutes.
That's all it takes?
Yeah, the plant absorbs it, and there's all the salt, and then the salt, once the plant absorbs it, basically the salt
Dries it out.
pushes, it doesn't allow it to absorb any more water, so it dies from lack of water.
What are we talking about?
Glyphosate. Roundup. Somebody who is much more educated than myself will correct me on that, but what I said is for the most part correct. I'm sure there's some other mechanism that I have not included, but I don't have the doctorate degree as the guy that's going to tell me I'm wrong does.
Plant molecules.
We'll definitely check his channel, though. Of course, you will find nothing.
That Harbor Freight stuff seems to be pretty good.
The Harbor Freight sprayer.
Just, anything I've seen come from there. I haven't seen any of their other power tools, but
That's Bauer. Their power tools are Bauer.
well, they've got two. They've got Bauer and Hercules. You've got the red and the blue.
For power tools?
Yep.
Was not aware of that. I've got some little pieces, and nothing we had would push those sharpened staples even into that seat pan on the four-wheelers,
Yeah.
but that cheap-ass Bauer did,
Yeah.
using the same staples.
Yeah.
Pushed them in. And that was the first piece I got, and it's USB-C rechargeable. Pretty cool. And then I bought that sprayer. The material that the sprayer tank is made of is like
Seems really
it's
nice.
like those professional ones. Yeah, it's a 4-gallon, and it worked great. And that battery, it says that battery will give you 12 loads of spray. I don't know if that's correct, but
Yeah.
it definitely it put it down really good yesterday.
Run 40 gallons on charge.
That'd be
Like,
10.
You're talking about, is that a bigger battery or is that the normal?
I'm sure. Well, the batteries, it'll definitely hold a bigger battery. I'm sure they have a bigger one.
Yeah. I might get one of their 1/2-inch impacts. See how that is.
I like the Icon tools.
Yeah.
I was watching I would listen to a like 90-minute video on Craftsman tools yesterday or day before.
Not what they used to be.
Well, it was, you know, Sears, and Sears had a company private label them, and they were out of Colorado, and that company was open for 99 years.
Oh, wow.
Until the name was bought by a holding company who also owns Lowe's or something. So Lowe's had Craftsman, and while they had the same appearance, they weren't the same. And Craftsman's thing always was, no questions asked, no matter what, you can bring this into any Sears or mail it in and we'll replace it, no questions asked. Yeah. But that all changed. As Sears started to fail, that all went by the wayside. But the cool thing about like the Craftsman tools, you go back to World War II, and you had all these people that were building all this aircraft. Like Craftsman was supplied to aircraft mechanics in theater. Those were the tools supplied to specifically work on those aircrafts. So when you had all those kids that were drafted and sent to war, they used Craftsman tools all the way through. So when they came home and were now going to start a family or already had, you know, bought a home, Craftsman was already instilled in their minds. Like that was, and the only other tool company out there was Snap-on that competed with them. Okay. Now, I don't know if all this information is 100, I didn't look it up. I'm pretty sure this was an actual real video, not an AI video. It sounded like a real dude. But just super cool information. And he was talking about, too, maker's marks and stuff on these things. Yeah. The real fans kind of cataloged when these tools actually were made and what dates, and then what type of materials, what metallurgy was in them. So you want tools from 1960 up to like 85, I think. He had this like highly sought after, and he was talking about how this tool, this wrench, you paid $1 for it when it came out, and they sell for $200 on eBay on a regular basis. Pretty neat. There's apparently a real big Reddit group for Craftsman tools where guys have all that info and stuff. Pretty neat. All right, we need some Velcros.
My Craftsman lawnmower, like 10 years old, pull starts first pull every time.
Yeah, but that's not like Craftsman lawnmower. What's it have? A Kawasaki motor on it or a Kohler motor? Huh?
Probably a Honda.
Honda motor, yeah, possibly a Honda motor. We've got 3 Craftsman mowers out there.
You can't kill those things. You can break the deck.
I would definitely buy I want one of the red ones that they have, but I need like a 43-inch mower, right? I have some bigger ones, but I need them for just mowing around the trees. Yeah, I think Jeff has one of those too.
And my DeWalt power tools, for some reason, even with a brand new DeWalt battery, won't give me a longer charge than my Craftsman ones will.
Interesting.
And I don't know why.
You need some 6-inch?
Is there 6 in here?
No, but I can get you some.
I can do this with 3. Most guys watching this video aren't going to have 6-inch anyways. We're about to source. What the fuck is 12 at on here? Huh?
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, how the fuck? Like, just give me another half-inch here, swing line.
Material there.
Yeah.
They wanted this cool design.
So all the ones in the building, there's an extra mark
Yeah.
because they give you 11.5.
Makes no sense. I guess because that's the width of a paper, right? 11.5. 8 by 11.5. 8.5 by 11.
8.5 by 11, I think.
What's my front Velcro? 6 or 7s?
7.
This really doesn't have to be precise, right? Because you're never going to see the edges of this Velcro inside the bag. And the Velcro on the front, we're going to cover the edges with the webbing. So
You have handles?
I don't have handles. You want to grab me some Type 13?
You want me to bring a roll out here? Or?
Yeah, just whatever the smallest roll we have is. You can totally...
You want black to match that?
Yeah, black, yeah. You can totally do this with scissors, guys. Ideally, get yourself a hot cutter. Sheffield is known to be kind of the cream of the crop. That really was the guy in the game forever. But now I see guys saying they use cutters from like Weaver and offshore and stuff, and they say they're working just as well. I don't know about how long they're going to hold up, the Sheffield cutters, and I don't know who makes them for Sheffield, but they're spring loaded, right? The single ones, right? They're about $700 now, which is pretty, I bet they're more than that now. I've got 15 of them in the building. And then the digital cutters, like our Sheffield digital cutter was like $4,500. It's like $7,000 now. I see guys buying them for under $1,000, and they say they work just as well. The Sheffield cutter has a coil spring. It has a hook on both ends and then a coil spring. And that gives you your downward pressure, and then it pulls it back up, right, for the webbing. When you buy replacements, because those break over time because they're right by the heat element, when they send you replacements, Sheffield doesn't even send you the same piece. And I've never found the proper spring. They send us some bullshit that has way less resistance to it. And we've looked around, we've tried everywhere, and we never do find it. Like, it's such a pain in the ass dealing with it. I hate it so much because I'm so used to the consistent weight of that arm and that return rate that I buy the springs, I'm like, fuck it, and I just end up buying a whole. And that's why I have 15 of those machines. Just creature of habit. This machine, this arm stays up. None of ours in the shop stay up. You got to hold it with your shoulder. This is small projects, or if we're cutting really big Velcro. But if you were doing production, that ain't gonna do it. But most of you guys aren't doing production, so. I say that on we had a 1,000-piece holster order for Japan for Mark 23 holsters, the SOCOM holsters. And we cut all those with scissors and burned them with lighters. Like, I don't know why I never thought to use a torch. It's fucking retarded. We had lighters that were getting so hot, there would be 5 of us standing around a table burning webbing. And there was 17 pieces of webbing. So 17 times 1,000 plus both edges, so 34,000 edges we burned with those. We had lighters getting so hot that the metal was so hot it was melting the plastic arms, and the lighter would shoot, the cap would shoot off, and the little spring and the sparker, the flint would go flying out of there. Fucking, we were so stupid. I don't know why we never thought to just use a torch. This is cut super crooked. So the question is, where did that opposite piece of crooked webbing go?
Sure, it got cut off.
This is 36, right? The handles?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to use Type 13. This is 13R, which denotes that it's resin reinforced, means it's stiffer. You could totally use Type 7, which we did for 20 years. But the 7 has that yellow stitching in it, and that's woven in there. That's how the A7A straps and stuff are. That's just the spec of that webbing, has that yellow woven in. You could also use Type 4, 17337 or 1668, whatever the other one is. It's just how robust you want it to be in your hand. You need this back?
I will.
There's more of all that coming.
You've got most of a roll in your bay. This is the small one that I had.
Yeah, I just use them for riggers belts, the ones that are in my bay. All right, torch, here we go. Can't hear you. Hold on. Now this is going to leave like a scab here. Best thing for that is if you just take the edge of a lighter and press it, it'll make it flat. It'll cone it out. It'll bevel it. What'd you say about?
We've got a bunch of tool bags out there right
A
now.
shitload of them. I was looking at them last night.
There's a lot of covert packs too.
Good. I need those splatter ones.
There's like,
And black, multicam black, red ones. A lot of guys have asking about
I
those.
went through and did all of the multicam black variants, plus the splatter ones. There's probably close to 50 of those out there.
Yeah, I think there was more than that. I just said close to 100 with the extras in it.
There's a lot of them.
All right, I'm just finding my center. Everything we do is off center. I'm gonna go 2.5 each directions. My handles are always 5 inches. Yours can be, you can be the 6-inch handle guy, whatever. Everything I do here right now, I don't have to get up and move and do later from the machine. These, it's only like the last year or two that I've had these auto sparking. I don't know why. I will literally use some shit for 100 years and there'll be some piece of gear that will save literally a year of your life combined by not having to go put a lighter on. But it's only recently that I'll do that because this is pretty good. This is not bad. I've kind of gotten used to it. But the old ones had like these baffles inside. If you looked right at the tip, there were these little, it looked like corrugated cardboard right around the inside. And it made these little jets. So it made that tip a lot finer. And I just had it in my head, I just liked that better. But like this, I would never have used a fucking electric pencil sharpener because when you use an electric pencil sharpener, it eats the pencils up faster. And I'm like, nope, I'll just shave it with the razor blade. And then my pencil lasts me 5 times longer. It does. But what is your time worth, right? How much time in my entire life over the last 40 years of building this shit did I use a razor blade, right? I might have saved $1,000 in pencils, but I've spent a year of my life, literally an entire year of my life fucking sharpening pencils. So just think about those things. When we do these and we get into these hobbies or turn them into businesses or whatever, the most expensive thing in the business is you. And if it's not, you're not running your business right. So think about that as you're doing these dumb things that I did fucking for longer than you've been alive, probably. All right, here's the ends. My Cordero's right here. I do have my opposite pieces for my end caps. So we need to find this big stencil in this particular font right here. And I did find that big stencil kit, that World War II one. That thing's super cool. And then I was watching a dude who speaks German, who was doing some German stuff, and he had a German stencil kit from World War II. Pretty neat. And I saw him, he had some, that's why I actually just bought this paint. He had some blue paint, and his kit, his Nazi kit came with like a dauber, I guess. Yeah. But they have a whole metal kit. In the metal issue, in the wooden box and everything, has all the parts for it. They're brass. So I thought this, rather than, Sharpieing it in or trying to paint it, I think this would probably save a ton of time, where you just blot it in and then you remove it and it looks perfect. That's what the ones on the ammo cans look like. It looked like they were originally done by hand. Because that's what he was doing. He was putting marks on ammo cans. All right. What are we, 1 inch down on this for the Velcro? Is it? Well, you wouldn't know that, would you? I think it's 1 inch. Let's find center right here. What's going on here? See? fucking pencil sharpener. Only sharpen one side. You're much better using a razor blade. Did you guys see Craftsman? Milwaukee has a new knife out that I believe it folds open, but then it has the like razor blade.
Yeah, you were telling me.
I like those. I like the idea of those snap ones, right? When it's dull, you just snap that piece off and you've got like 6 more in there. I like that.
There's a spot in these that you can put a spare in there,
Yeah. Yeah, on the back, on the fastbacks.
so you can have a spare, and then, I mean, I changed my razor blade twice a year.
Yeah, the whole reason I carry that is because it has the bit holder too. Although,
That more than anything else.
although I tried to use that once, taking some hardware off of an abandoned building.
It's,
I'm like, fuck this. We're carrying a DeWalt next
it's not
time.
a very good pry bar.
No, it's not a very good screwdriver either.
No, but I always have it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's true.
I use it quite often.
But now I know, bring a DeWalt, bring a Milwaukee. Milwaukee's got a couple. I was looking at chargers. There's a company, Acme Tool Company. I get an email from them, and while I'm checking emails and doing shit I need to be doing, I'll spend. Oh shit! I've been looking at this email for 30 minutes. But they have a 6 charger, speed charger, a fat rapid charger for Milwaukee's, and then they got the.
Expensive, aren't they?
They were expensive, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have the piece that goes on the top of a battery that has USB-C chargers.
Yeah.
So it's an inverter.
Yeah.
And then I looked at on Amazon to find it, and because the Milwaukee one's like $120. There's a generic that says it has like 10 more watts of charge power for $30. But I'm always curious about those generic ones, you know, because you can get generic batteries for all that shit too, and it's like, man, I can get 10 batteries for what I pay for the one.
The question is, what's inside of them?
Yeah, how protected is it? Yeah, is it going to melt your shit down?
Yeah. Because all those Milwaukees, they have a circuit board in them. So there's going to be a voltage regulator and all of that.
All right, do we have everything we need here?
Those are your 18650s have a little cap in them too.
So I've got some 18650s that have a USB-C charger built into the top of them. I like
believe
that.
My Surefire one does.
Are you enjoying the inhalation of asbestos?
Yeah, I think I'm immune to it.
So I've got those fire jackets, and I'm like, this looks like asbestos, like pipe wrap. But we couldn't find shit, so I asked Google AI, I guess that's Gemini, and I took a picture of it, and then I lensed it, and it's like, oh, this is such and such. I'm like, does this have asbestos? It's like, it could have asbestos. Some of them had asbestos. I'm like, how do I know which ones, and when was the demarcation? So up till 1974, manufactured after 74. So then I took a picture of the tag, and he's like, oh, this has something aramid. You're safe. This doesn't have any asbestos. You just have to ask multiple questions to get to the final answer. But it seems like we're safe. Because I was going to cut it up anyway, so I was just going to wear a mask. And then once it's sealed, it's inside, you know.
Yeah. I removed a bunch of asbestos tiles without even...
We did
I've
too.
done so much.
We did all through our whole shop in Oceanside had those. And we never thought anything of it.
And doing flooring stuff we used to in these old buildings, as long as it was wet, they deemed it safe.
Oh yeah, because it
Yeah,
shouldn't
it
be
was
able to
not,
float.
though.
Do the microphone check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Chicky check. No.
We need to get you a little plug-in random Shure SM58 mic so you can always just pick it up and rap for a second.
What does that look like? I'm not familiar with that tool.
It's the same mic. Pretty much every band uses it.
What are those old-timey ones that hang from the roof?
Like a,
Have the wires around it and shit. That's what I need.
I was just using a 50s mic. They're kind of
made popular with like Elvis and stuff. You can get one for $170.
Who has them? Amazon?
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon. Probably
What's that camera place we use?
B&H.
B&H. I always want to call it B&W. Do you have A&Ws?
We have one 30 minutes from us.
Apparently, we used to have one in town here somewhere. When we first moved here, there was one in Paris, but it's got trees all growing through it now. What do they do, like hamburgers and hot dogs and shit?
Yeah.
Shakes,
Yep.
floats, or whatever.
Yeah. I went to one 3 weeks ago. We've got a lot around Gatlinburg too.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Some of them seem new, but the one beside me is really old.
Would you prefer the new one or the old one?
The old one. The old one is actually kind of like a Sonic. That's where they actually bring it out to you.
Yeah, that's how this one in Paris was. I don't remember ever being at one, so I mean, maybe as a kid or something. I don't know if we had them in San Diego or not.
You guys have like Del Taco, right?
We did in San Diego, yeah. Jeff loved Del Taco. Bean and cheese burrito. Amanda liked Del Taco too. We had, oh, it's not sewn yet, didn't it? It's out of bobbin. Oh, the whole fucking thing. Hardee's is supposed to be just like what?
Red burrito.
Yeah, but no, there's a
It's,
West Coast.
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. They said it's the same. Carl's Jr. was way better than Hardee's. Is disgusting.
Yeah.
It is not at all the same thing. And then they had, you guys have red burrito here. We had green burrito.
Yeah, I think they shut all the red burritos down now.
Fast food's all poison.
Monterey, called Villa Farms,
Monterey, California, or Monterey, Tennessee?
right beside me. And he does huge classes and
On what?
everything.
Me-
Doing farming
Oh.
without using any electric tools. He has all horse drawn. He
Why
has
am I just
acres
now
and
hearing
acres.
about this?
But he does beef now too. He supplies a whole market right beside his house. But I'll send you his Instagram. It's really cool though.
Yeah, it would have been cool to have him out for one of our events. Man, I've oversown the same area. I don't want that dark.
Yeah, he was just on the news the other day. They did a big thing on him, showing like the classes he teaches.
Did you watch that video I sent you this morning?
Which one?
About the guys off-grid homesteaders and stuff, and how the county comes in and taxes them, and then tries to shut them down and stuff. It was pretty interesting. They were citing all these cases.
Did you send me? Oh, the off-grid crackdown.
Yeah, but they were talking about
That's-
like raw milk and all kinds of stuff.
So, are you allowed to sell raw milk?
Yes, there are little stipulations to it, but yes, you are. The crazy thing is the people screaming about raw milk, they don't have to drink it. Like, it's fully disclosed. Like, if you want to use raw milk, you don't go to a grocery store and buy raw milk. But the people like squealing and making the biggest deal about this, they don't have to participate in it.
Yeah, I mean, why does it matter if you want to drink raw milk? It's just because it's the FDA, right? Or
Yeah, it's big money behind it.
Yeah.
It's the big milk guys
that'll stop it.
putting all this shit out under the guise of it just being a normal citizen, or, you know. I'm going to take this stitch line out of here because I don't want it doubled up. I want it all to look the same. Like Dawn does raw milk, right? She was doing raw milk. We were having raw milk delivered here. And she'd put up in the local Facebook group, hey, I have, 2 slots available if you want raw milk. I deliver once a week. And this crazy liberal chick named Chloe would get on there and just rant and rave about how dangerous raw milk was and shit. But, like, you took every vaccination that there was. All your pictures are social justice, and, you stand up with the fucking fist and, salute every fucking movement that's fucking whack job. But you have invested all this time into raw milk, but you don't have to participate. Like, it's just bizarre. And I think it's really just like, if you do raw milk, you're probably pretty freedom-minded and you don't want to have to be part of the system. But here's this, fuck the system person who's, oh no, you have to conform. It's just weird, man.
Yeah, it's weird to me anyway. It's like, I don't care what people sell for food.
Right,
It shouldn't matter
right,
at all.
right.
I don't care if you're selling red dyes. I don't care if you're
Yeah,
selling
if
anything.
you
Just
choose
do
to
whatever.
participate in that, then
Yeah.
more
You
power
want
to
to eat gummy
you.
worms, eat gummy worms. You want to eat raw meat, eat raw meat. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. But some people just, if they don't have anything to complain about, need to find something. And that's just... They think that if they allow raw milk, then every single
No, I
thing
don't.
that touches them is going to be raw milk.
I don't think they believe that. It's just about being opposite to what somebody else that you perceive to not like, right? It's probably not typically Joe Biden voters that were drinking raw milk. Now, you could easily slice this with a razor blade between the 2 material lines, but I definitely don't want to cut this canvas with a razor blade, so I'm just kind of doing this the more time-consuming way, but the outcome will be great. I have 2 or 3 lines of stitching. It's going to be a lot darker right here. So sewing it from the other side, I didn't realize I was re-sewing back over the same area where I had run out of thread. I thought I was going forward, not backwards.
He sets up at like, my friend sets up at pretty much every farmer's market constantly. That's all he does.
Yeah, so Tennessee, you have to have you're supposed to have a herd share, right? You aren't selling the raw milk. You are selling partial ownership in the cow. And because you are partial owner, you're allowed to drink the milk of the cow. It's some workaround bullshit. It's bureaucrats fucking making you conform somehow still to their regulations. Here's another motherfucker. The guy with the bolt bin. I'm like, are you available today? I'm in Camden. I can leave here soon. Looks like you're about an hour away. They done sold. Why the fuck didn't you mark them as sold?
Yeah.
The fact that people keep asking you about them should be a clue that something is not right here. I need a lighter.
It doesn't take like a second to click sold on your thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, while you're messaging, the dude's like, hey, I'm coming to get this or whatever, right? Because you rate the seller. You rate the buyer. Fucking.
And also, don't post something on there if you're not going to be online answering messages.
Yeah, you can suspend the sale too. But I get leaving it on there, right? You could also do it to test interest in the sale.
Oh, this pisses me off. Like, if I message you and it's been 30 minutes and you haven't gotten back to me and you're selling items, you're not selling an item. Get off of here.
I don't know. I've done that. I've still got that T-bar thing listed. There was a dude that kept offering me less for it. And I'm like, every time he'd offer me less, I'd raise the price. So...
But you're on your phone. Like, somebody could message you about it right now. And
finally, I blocked that dude. I'm like, look, you're never going to have this thing.
My dad tried to get me to find him a motorcycle engine, and I found like 4 of them in North Carolina. So I was messaging all these people back and forth. I'm like, this is a 4.5, 5-hour drive.
Yeah, are you sure there?
I need to know when you say, yeah, meet me at my house. I need your address. I need your phone number. I need the day, the time.
Yeah.
But nobody would ever do that. So I'm like, okay, not doing it.
And that's what I tell them too. I'm like, hey, I need the address so I can put in the GPS and see what the time actually is.
No, meet me at Walmart, the bottom of the parking lot. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm picking up something I need a trailer for.
And I do understand not wanting fucking people to have your address and shit. Like, if you've made a listing, if I'm looking at somebody's listing on Facebook Marketplace and I click their profile picture, it shows all their other listings, right?
Yeah.
So if you have all these things that somebody's clearly interested in and now you have their address, you could easily figure out off of their social media postings and stuff when they're not going to be home and then go steal it.
Yeah.
just had that other piece, right? What did I do with that? It all looks the same. Here it is.
What's the last TV show you watched all the way through?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know. I was watching Lord of Dragons or whatever that, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We got HBO to watch that, and that was 10 years ago. I don't know. Over that, it was before this building. I would watch some of what was the Montana one? Dutton Ranch. What was that called?
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone. I watched quite a bit of that. I watched Taboo. I enjoyed that with Tom Hardy. What's the other one where he was like the muscle for a mobster? Had the guy from Thomas Crown Affair in it.
I cannot remember.
Mobland. But those are like on Amazon Prime. If I'm going to put a show on or something like that and watch it and pay attention to it, it's going to be after 11, and I'm much better off just not doing that and getting the extra hour of sleep or something. It doesn't add anything to you. It actually takes away from you. It shuts your thinking and thought process off, but there is nobody that wakes up in the morning with an extra $1,000 in their bank account because they watched a TV show the night before. Why? What do you watch?
I don't really watch TV. I see what's on in the background when Hannah's watching it. And she was like, she always asks me, she's like, what's a good show? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. I see one season of a show and I never watch the rest of it.
Well, that's because if it's worth watching and you're interested in it, they don't ever make a second season of it.
But she's watching The Walking Dead, and she's on the last.
Yeah,
last
we did watch some of The Walking Dead. We watched Doomsday Preppers. We'd have dinner at my house, and a few people would come over and watch Doomsday Prepper. Or Walking Dead. We did watch some Walking Dead. But you hear people talk about like binge watching a whole season of whatever this weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, the only time anything is played back to back like that is because I'm like deathly sick in bed, and I didn't watch it. It just fucking ran through.
You're just like in and out of sleep and going, what the hell's happening?
What are you doing this weekend?
Hopefully getting my back tattooed again.
Can do that here right now. I messaged Brandon a couple days ago, and I'm like, hey, where are you? Are you in town? Or are you in Atlanta, or where are you? because I wanted to get him to finish Amanda's tattoo, and I haven't heard from him. They're doing the 70-mile yard sale.
Okay.
It's on the 70. And it's supposed to be 70 miles all the way somewhere to somewhere. But
Could be like here.
it runs through here because that's
Oh,
the
okay.
70 right out
Okay.
here. So I stopped a few places. I saw a lady had a boom box. I saw a bunch of yard sales yesterday. So I saw a lady had a boom box out there. I went to look, but it's nothing I wanted.
Nothing actually cool.
It was a brand I'd never heard of. And it had a massive disk storage. I want just a single. I want to be able to take my CD out, put it back in the case. I don't want to store it inside. I had a truck that had a changer, and when the changer went bad, we had to bust it open to get the CDs out and shit.
I had a 5-disc changer in the back of my
Yeah.
Volkswagen.
So I don't want that. Now that I'm older, I want to actually care for this. I want that
Yeah.
media to stay around, you know? Think about all the people that are just like, oh, I don't need any of these CDs anymore, and they just threw them away, you know?
Same with DVDs and stuff, man.
And photos and shit. Here I am trying to buy shit that's over 100 years old, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's metal and it still fucking works. I don't know if we could put those. I really want those big, that big, huge Singer machine. I don't think we could put it in here because there's not a slab under here. Those machines are.
I think maybe if you put
If we put cinder blocks under there,
the area.
I don't know that it doesn't need to be out here anyways. It needs to be in the main building, but they're 650 pounds. They're 6 feet tall. They're fucking just they're made of metal like this, you know?
Is it used by your foot? Like, do you actually use it like that, or is it plugged
No, it's electric.
Okay.
They were made in pre-World War II, and they were using them for harness. It's a harness machine, and they have a 1-inch lift, and they use a needle that's like the size of a ballpoint pen cartridge. They're fucking huge. They're these massive upright machines, and Collier has 10 of these things, and he's dropped the price to $1,000 a piece on them. And I'd asked him, I'm like, what were they doing with these? He said they were making parachute harnesses with them. But you would use them for making boots and all kinds of shit. Like you're like, how did they sew that on there? They legitimately used a sewing machine that sews that sole onto that leather boot. Like you just can't fathom that until you see it. And then I saw something else I didn't know. They had rolls. They had these sheets of boot tread, like the treads. It's like, imagine the tread on the pair of a bottom of like Danner boots, that pattern. Imagine a 4x8 sheet of that, and then you cut that shit out and you sew that. Dude, it's just like, I never had any clue that that's how that was done. And you see it and you're like,
Thought it was like a mold or
I'm
something.
like,
That
man, I think we could do that. Like we could make a pair of fucking boots, you know?
would be cool just to have for stitching leather, like really thick leather.
I've never needed to stitch leather like that. I'm gonna have to find something to use it for. But yeah, and that's what Amanda's like. What would we do with it? I'm like, I don't know. You know that badass knife sheath that came on that Strider knife, that bayonet thing? We could build that, but I wouldn't want leather, right? But the problem with building sheaths is the knife cuts the sheath, but it doesn't cut the leather. So I would take that leather, wrap that leather in Cordura on the face, and then build that sheath so that it has the fucking multicam black with fucking gnarly red thread, like 6 cord in there. We could do that with that.
That'd be pretty
No, I've never seen it. Nobody's done it. A camo wrapped leather sheath like that. And I know nobody watching this is going to do it either. So it'd be awesome if you did. Then I wouldn't have to do it. All right, there's the liner.
Do you usually use 6-inch Velcro for that, then exit?
In production, we use 6-inch Velcro. Yeah. Yeah. But I try not to do like big shop stuff on these. I try to keep it just minimal.
Because everybody can go to Michael's and buy 3-inch Velcro.
Yeah, well, in buying 3-inch Velcro, like you have to buy a case to buy it, right?
Yeah.
Buying Velcro is expensive. So you're going to use 3-inch Velcro in your projects way more than 6. So for a dude starting out who's like, man, I can't afford a roll of Cordura. Like we built everything with just 2-inch Velcro. We used 3 pieces. And then eventually we got 6-inch Velcro or 3-inch Velcro. So then we used 2 pieces.
Yeah.
And now we have, 6-inch Velcro for the last, 25 years. Plus, it's way easier to cut and manage the 3-inch than the 6-inch. But we're looking at, I can get, like they make this material, like this stiff Velcro. You can buy it in a 52-inch sheet by the foot. So what I'd really like to have, and I should have done it and I didn't, there's an automated quilting machine, and it's 13 feet wide. There was a dude who was all over Instagram and he was making super cool whoobies. And I'm like, hey, I would love to have like 36 of these if you would do them in red on like multicam black. And he's like, man, I can't. I just build them one at a time. And I'm like, all right. So I saw what his machine was, looked it up. It was $32,000, but it's computer controlled. So all you do is you put your material down, your batting, and then your other material, and then it makes the quilt. But you can program the manner of which it quilts, right? So we could just do it all combat cocks, or we could just do a massive round logo made in the motherfucking USA, or a topo or whatever. And I always thought that would be an untapped market for custom shit. But I never did buy the machine. I never executed on it. I see them all the time, but they're not computer controlled. So you use a projector and then sew the projector, or you use like pattern material and then you sew that and then you rip it out, like doing the back of like the rip away fabric, the stiffener for embroidery. So everything's doable. I'm only limited by the amount of hours in the day and the dollars in the bank account on that particular day.
If you had like 6 of you,
Amanda would be fucking just destroyed.
what's that movie, Multiplicity?
Yeah, what was that about?
He finds a way to clone himself, and and like each clone comes out a little different though. One's kind of got Down syndrome.
Oh shit.
And one's like an asshole, and one's like super kind and keeps flirting with his wife, and she likes that one. So he has like different ones that he gives her at different times.
Aren't Down syndrome people supposed to be super horny all the time? Like midgets?
I feel like
Midgets are
I feel like
super
they are,
promiscuous.
because they're so small, but the brain's still the same. So they're
Yeah.
overproducing.
Yeah, the hormones. I just made that up. You know why stereotypes are so funny? Because they're true. Check my trusty phone here. They done sold. Well, mark them fucking sold then. Nothing. Why is it so difficult? You're selling this. Obviously you want the money for it. Why is this so difficult? I know that you're not going to make $3,000 on anything else today.
I just assume nobody needs the money.
There's a dude with a 206 in Lexington. I haven't hit him up yet. I don't need a 206. I've got fucking 6 of them sitting on the bottom shelf inside. This is the old one though. It will be this color and have that reverse, that backwards reverse. What's up?
Ray's here today.
Ray's here?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, so our sewing machine mechanic is here. We are very blessed that he lives here. There's two of the best dudes in the world are in this town, of all places. And he's looking at that big embroidery machine, and he's like, yeah, there's really not much to these. So he's gonna do the service on there, all the lube points and grease points, and then we're going to turn it on for the first time and see if we can make it embroider something.
So how does that get the design to it? Is it through a floppy disk, or do you?
Oh, it has a 3.5-inch floppy disk on it. It actually has a fucking hard drive,
I
a
think
disk
that
drive.
shit's kind of funny, but there's some drum equipment that I still use to this day that even big bands like Marilyn Manson, drummer, everybody, they still have to use old CF
Isn't it
cards.
crazy? So they have an adapter, this company, or it's labeled with their sticker on there. They have a hard disk, a 3.5-inch disc that has a cable that goes to a USB-A. So like that piece is $700. Like it's fucking nuts.
Man.
Yeah, how expensive this shit is for old stuff, old technology.
And it's like if you want to go and get like a tape player that will play high 8 tapes, it's like $700.
That's funny. I had a mini disc player in my Suburban. And then I had my camcorders. My VXR 2000 is high 8. And then I had the little one that had Night Shot on it.
Yeah.
I had all that shit. I still have that VXR 2000. One day we're going to make porn with it. Nylon tactical gear porn.
No industry that uses that camera anymore, skateboarding.
Because they want that grainy look, like,
Yeah.
and
It's
just think,
real,
think how clean that was back then when we watched it.
Yeah.
And now you look at it and you're like, oh man, this is just so old.
Yeah, the VX 1000 and 2000 are like the main cameras used in skateboarding and still today.
So what we're going to be saying in another 5 years about those, what's sitting over there right now? What's those?
Just like the Sonys.
No, I've got that one I have, the big
the
one.
Canon.
Canon X20 or
Yeah.
something.
It's crazy how fast like electronics go out of date now compared to what they used to.
If you have enough room to just hold all your shit for 20 years, it will be of value
comes back
again. And
again.
at 50 years, it'll like quadruple
Yeah,
in value.
VCRs, man.
Well, I go look for like a CD player, right? And there's a ton of them. There's CD players out there right now you can buy that are just Bluetooth. They just Bluetooth to a speaker. But I don't want that. I want that. I want it. I don't want to just be able to take. Yeah, put D-cell batteries in it or plug it into the wall.
I used to have those, two of those ones that had like the big subs in each side.
Yeah, with the mega
It
bass.
was like the big tube.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my brother had one of the MTX audio CD players that had one like 8-inch sub in the front.
Yeah. Yeah, mega bass. You had the Sony, and then I had the Magnavox one, which sounded really good. Like I would put D-cell batteries on it and put it in the back seat of the truck.
Yeah, it
And
only
that-
worked for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Constant, but like. Yeah, I miss splicing wires and putting speakers everywhere in the room.
Uh-huh.
My dad has an old JVC audio thing or something that is wired through the whole house with a CD player connected to it. So like my stepmom goes and listens to our audio books on disc
Yep.
while she's cooking. Cassettes from Cracker Barrel.
I remember you saying that. Do they still do that?
No, I have a Tony Robbins cassette.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
Still got it. It's in a little box.
That's cool. Now I go into Cracker Barrel and I'm like, this is all just fake junk.
Yep. Pretty disappointed last time I ate there.
I was too. The last couple times I've been there, I've not. When we left here, and I specifically said, "Hey, I need to eat. I do not want Cracker Barrel," and we ended up going to fucking Cracker Barrel. It was either that or spend an extra hour to run into Nashville,
Yeah.
because we're gonna take the 840 over
Yeah.
through like Monteagle and all that over there to Monteagle. Still not quite. I'm still off there. Yeah, I need to tack that in there too. We can do that after I zip this up. I just had the end of that stitch, that line, and one of that last stitch had pulled out, so it was just hanging there. I don't want that to be the case. I still need to, I'm still low here and high here, so I still need to shift this again. I really don't need to because we're going to sew a good 1/2 inch in there, but I'd rather have them line all the way up. There we go, much better.
Are you shipping this to him?
I suspect when I ask him for an address, he'll be like, I'll just come get it. when he bought the property, I don't remember how much property he's got. When he bought the property, they found an old dog trot cabin on the property. It was super old. So he called the Barnwood Builder people just for like some information on it. And they're like, man, this seems right up our alley. We should come look at this. So he ended up selling it to them. They came out and took it down and shipped it somewhere. He said when they got in there and started looking at it over the years, it had, somebody had put like metal siding on part of it on the outside, and on the inside in the rooms, it had been painted like 8 different times. So it had all these different colors.
Yeah.
And then when they started pulling it apart, it had like tar paper in the walls, you know, for insulation. And then it had old newspapers and stuff for insulation and stuff in the wall. Like it had been there a long, long, long time. Just pretty neat. But to be able to stand and talk to a man that's, you know, been alive 74 years and seen, you know, the changes of things. It used to be, now I grew up on military bases, but it used to be that every household had a few of these bags, and they were typically just sitting somewhere being used for nothing, because everything new is synthetic, and you know, nobody wants cotton canvas. But then when like your grandparent dies or something, you know, or your mom, like you inherit this thing, then you kind of move it around and don't use it for anything. So to be able to take it and turn it into something that you'll actually use is kind of cool. I watch guys build stuff and they use irons, you know, they iron the material and flatten it out. I've never used an iron to build gear ever, but I do see, and they're not expensive either. You can get like a massive commercial steam iron, a big one for like $600, like an old one out of a factory or something.
They're using it on new gear or just old stuff?
Just guys like doing this stuff. I noticed them iron it and make it all flat and getting all the creases and stuff out. But no, on new like clothing and stuff, like high-end clothing and stuff. I follow a lot of makers that just do boutique, you know, one-off, like real high-end clothing and stuff. Because I don't know anything about it. I don't know. So to see it done, you're like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah. So you notice halfway through it, they're using every single thing you use.
Yeah,
It's just a different
yeah,
way.
and things that we probably should have been using all along would have just simplified our job, you know. That's the thing. Like when you look at how they seam Levi's together down the seam here, right? How the down seam goes. You could do that with a single needle machine, but they have attachments that fold all that shit under, right? They're running it on an arm machine. They do it in one pass. We do it in 8 passes. Completely doable. All right, guys, that's the outside body. This is going to make the 2 side pockets. So right now we're going to find we're going to find our centers everywhere. Center bottom. That's where your handles are going to come across and meet up. We're going to go right there. Just going to bring this out enough to see it here. And then we're going to find center here. This is 13, so we're going to go 6.5 right here. And that's going to tell me where my Velcro is going to go right here for unit patches or name tapes or whatever, morale patches. We're going to put this on right here. And then from here, I'm going to know where my handles go because we're just going to cover this with the handle. Did I cut these at 7? They look a little longer. Nope, they're 7. Now I'm not too worried about tacking this in on the edges because we're going to cover almost an inch on each side here. It's going to be concealed by the webbing. And you could take this bag and move it to any dimensions. You could make it as long or tall or, carry anything you want really. And it can be a very robust bag depending what materials you make it out of. And then the handle on all these encompasses the entire bag. So when you hold the handle, it holds the entire weight of the bag. And then we're going to take that liner we made. This liner is going to sew in here. It's going to sew across, and that's what's going to make this a pocket. But I have already messed this up. Those were supposed to go on these, and I did not take that into account. I don't know what I was thinking when I said we're going to put that US mark on the side. So maybe we will pull this off and put Velcro only on one side and put the US mark on the other side. I think that's what we'll do. Now I think I hem these 1 inch, and I think these are 1.5. I'm not positive. We need to go get another bag sample and look at it. Although we could just do that. Rather than pull that all off of it, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tack this over that piece of Velcro. Almost like that's supposed to be there. And I saw the burrow holes. I knew there were worms in there, so I'm like, little bite, do I see a worm? Little bite, do I see a worm? It was a very good peach.
Good.
Yeah, really good. The apple's still too hard. Tastes like apples. The pears, way too hard still, but they'll come ripe all at once, super fast. But there's so many apples on the tree, it's touching the ground almost.
I'm surprised how prolific that pear was after taking as much off as we did.
I think that's the thing though, like just like the pears, man, when you cut the shit out of them, they really produce.
Yeah.
I've not seen a single fig starting on there though.
Really?
Nope, not a single one yet.
Huh.
But I mean, if you think about it, the best figs we were eating were during SRF and an October event.
Yeah.
So we gotta like.
And the issue with figs is, or at least for our area, is they die back every year, mostly, other than the 2 years ago. And then they have to put on new growth, and then the fruit comes on the new growth. So the branch has to grow, become established enough to be a branch, and then once you see the little pea-sized figlet on the leaf, it's another 75 to 120 days to ripen.
Got it.
So once we see that, that'll put you in that August, September, October range, depending on what
Yeah.
we plant. Those are brown turkey, which are later. Chicago hardy, which are later. So October would be about right.
Yeah, that makes sense. The math works.
I'm trying to find more vigorous growers, early producers, and the ones that do best in rainy events, because that's when our rains start back up, is at October time, which then causes splitting damage like a tomato. When it comes to fruit and it starts to rain heavy and it explodes. Same thing happens with the figs. So Chicago hardy's one that has a tighter eye, a tighty ostiole is what they call it, and it tends to not explode when it gets underripe.
We put in a lot of them, man. There's a lot of
a dozen
Chicagos
at
here.
least.
I've not eaten any Chicagos yet. Like everything that's produced, really. I mean, I've eaten a couple here and there,
Yeah.
but the big trees out there are brown turkeys.
Brown turkey.
Those first big ones.
Yeah.
So when we stopped this the other day, we were heading to get some sewing machines. We did that. That video's up. You've probably seen that. What you have not seen is this video. This is that canvas video we're building for the gentleman we met that does the fireworks shows. And this was a sea bag that he had. We believe to be possibly his brother's, maybe his father's. We have two of them. Anyways, I wanted to keep this branding that said US here. But I've cut this too low. This needs to be 4.5, and I've got it at 5.25. And for some reason, I went and sewed this piece of Velcro on here, which needs to be on here. So when we broke the other day, and I said something's wrong, that's what was wrong. So I'm going to pull these right now and fix that. So I don't know why I did this. I think I put this on and I'm like, oh, we're going to put Velcro there, and this won't have Velcro. I think that's what we said we were going to do. That sounds good. I think that's what we'll do, right? Did I ever cut the handles? We did, right? I cut those handles.
I think so.
Where do you think they could be? Somewhere in this building, blended in with all the other stuff.
The back of
Yeah, perfect. Told you. All right. So we need this to be 4.5. This pocket's really useless. I don't know why we continue to put them on there. Do you use it? Do you? What do you put
That's
in
what I
it?
put my phone in at the gym. So
I-
it sits halfway
The
out.
only
and can
thing
just
I ever
drop
put
it.
in there was my gym card.
I put my phone in because it sticks halfway out, and I can see if somebody's calling me or something.
And I guess I did. I used to have like an iPod in there.
See, the iPods are coming back. Not from Apple, but everybody, they're buying them and rebranding them and
Yeah, well, they're refitting old ones.
Right.
Yeah, I have a couple of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I should just stop looking and buy one off eBay. I want a boom box
Okay.
that just has a single CD in it. I don't want a changer or any of that shit. I just want to be able to take my CD, put it in, hit play. But I've got to have the mega bass, right?
Still want to be able to carry it, though, in case.
I just want to set it out in this building and one in the building next door and be able to play CDs
Yeah.
really loud. That's all I need. I don't need Bluetooth. I don't need anything else. Yeah, they're taking iPod Classics and stuff and pulling the backs. Guys are putting new batteries in them. that USB-C charge.
Okay.
And then they're putting a new operating, they're flashing a whole new operating system so you don't have to go through Apple thing, yeah, whatever their music thing was. See how slow I'm going? I'm warming up for them leather machines because they go really slow. See, this sewing machine has full auto capability, but I have such trigger control that I can just crank out one round at a time. You feel me?
One of these days I'm gonna make you hand stitch a tool bag together.
I wouldn't even know where to start. I wouldn't. I have no idea. It's doable. I'm gonna sew our first flag by hand. You know how Betsy Ross did it? Did she make the very first flag in the world? No, of course she didn't.
I don't know.
You have no idea who I'm even talking about, do you?
I know who Betsy Ross is.
You don't know who Betsy Ross
I went to
is.
school.
With her?
No, but I'm just saying I went to school.
With her?
You learn the indoctrination.
Yeah, I went to. I mean,
You know about Rosa Parks?
yeah.
Oh yeah, we better not talk about that. You know, Rosa Parks actually, her husband had a vehicle and everything. They were actually pretty well to do. That was all for show. You know, that actually all happened with another lady, but they didn't want to use her. They didn't, NAACP didn't put all that money behind her. No? You don't know what I'm talking about, do
I
you?
don't know anything, man. I just went to school. I quit school in the 6th grade.
Yep, I quit in the 10th grade before you. It was like 15 years before you. I did it first. You quit because I quit.
You quit in California.
California knows how to party. What?
I just got wind of it,
You got wind of it?
so I was like, you know what? He
That's
did it.
right.
I'll do it.
That's right.
My dad quit in 6th grade.
Your dad was expected to quit in 6th grade when the wooden schoolhouse burnt down. When Laura Ingalls wasn't there any longer.
Actually, they made his school into the local jail.
Is that real?
And it used to be a fabric store called Short Sheets.
Is it still there?
Nope. Oh, well, the jail's still there.
I'll bet you got all kinds of old equipment and industrial shit laying around your town.
Well, we have an Adams USA there. We did.
I don't know what that is.
It's what used to be the largest sewing operation for all athletic gear.
Oh, Adams. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Champion.
Yep.
What's there now?
It's just a huge warehouse that's been shut down ever since they closed.
It's actually shut down, abandoned?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Is there security there?
Goes into it. No, my stepmom managed it for like 10 years.
Could we get in there? Could we go there?
Probably.
Man, I'd love to look around there. I'll bet they got fucking cranes and all kinds of shit in
I'll
there.
drive by it this weekend.
Please do, yeah. I'd love to go out there. I want a jib crane. You know what that is?
It's like on a pole and it swings out.
You do know what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want that. Cody's like, that's a jib crane. I'm like, that
A
would
lot
be
of times
super
people just put the,
useful.
little chain.
Yeah,
frame
that's
thing
what,
on it.
yeah.
Yeah. Hand.
Yep. It'd be great for just unloading heavy stuff out of trucks and stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just however time you're gonna do something, you look up and you go, man, I really need 2 more people to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just put it right near that and lift it right up, move it.
Could use it for,
Break more stuff doing that, but
depends who your friends are.
right.
There's stuff I go to do now and I just can't do it. And I'm like, I know I did this when I was a kid. Like pallet racks full of shit, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't move it or drag it, but I could get on the floor and push it with my feet a few inches. It doesn't work the same. I think things are heavier now.
Gravity.
Yeah, one Once the
Just a
ozone
theory.
started going, it was just heavier.
Yeah.
Once they what? Ozone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're letting in more space.
More gravity.
Once they banned the real Aquanet.
But when they found the second moon, is when the gravity got heavier.
Yeah. Once they deemed Pluto's not a planet, I was like, okay.
It's all about Uranus.
No wonder I like sweets so much. You know?
Right.
Everything's been aligned.
Like I sent you that video about running, lowers your test.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I didn't like cardio.
I always tell him, too much stress for too long. It's not gonna make me a man anymore, so I can't be in the flower shop too long. 30 minutes.
Man, I saw that picture you posted. She's getting yoked.
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
Little Fred Durst.
She is. She is Fred Durst. She goes, she read that message. She goes, turn the camera on. Turn the camera on now. And we were right in front of the Walking Dead, like, Commonwealth, like, gates. And she was like, turn it on.
That's why I
Turn it
pulled
on.
that video. She reminds me of that girl that sings, that just did that collaboration with him.
And she doesn't understand that she can't just take out her knife in the middle of a restaurant.
Yes, she
Like,
can.
open
I do it.
all the time.
I do it all the time, man.
Just fidget spins with it.
Yeah.
I take a picture with it all the time.
I'm like, hey, hon, stop.
Hey, man, there might have been a dude in there who was going to rob the place, and they're like,
They're like,
oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
no,
no.
we don't want none of this.
I can hear it throughout the house, too. I'll just randomly be in the kitchen or something doing something. I'm like, what are you doing? Nothing?
You don't realize you're doing it. My wife does it all the time. She's like, I'm going to take that knife and throw it in the trash. Oh, you are. $400 knife.
You tell her that?
Yeah. You just be sitting there editing a video.
Who's flipping the knife?
Me.
Oh, got it, okay. You just have to get her own $400 knife.
Yeah.
Should be something you like.
Right?
I've got her dry firing through the house, too.
It's good.
Dang, good.
Should have sit there and click, 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 click. I'm like, hey.
Somebody in the comments was like, you should have some special forces guys on. Was that you that replied to
Yeah,
him?
I was like, we did. Maybe you should
Watch
go and
more
watch
videos.
The videos.
Because we didn't use special forces.
Destroy.
Murder, death, kill.
99% of people don't even watch the whole video.
No.
It's like,
Yeah.
they see something like,
The
you should do this. Like, well,
The crazy thing is the guys leaving some of the best comments aren't members, so they never see the video.
oh, they like do the members.
There's dudes that, because the comments are open,
Yeah.
so we get really good comments, and there's dudes that ask questions every week. You would think they'd be like, man, I'm not going to ask no more questions. They don't have,
Or
I
They
never,
comment on there like you guys aren't posting these or something.
I've had a few of them do that. They'll be like, where's the questions from 2 weeks ago? And I'm like, dumbass, they've been up 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're not a member. Why are you even asking?
yeah, what is it? I think you can join for $1. Man, guys have been buying sewing machines, watching our videos. It's pretty cool. Ken, MF Caw,
Okay.
he sent me a picture and he's like, I'm trying to go get this. I go, what do you mean? Just go buy it. He's like, I'm on the way now. It's 4 hours away. He bought a console or something.
Yeah.
And then he sent me a picture of an Amish buggy. I'm like, is this like an Amish drug deal? What are you doing? He's like, man, there's Amish all over here where I'm at, picking the sewing machine up.
Do they
Was it
sew?
run out of air or something?
No, it's a legit machine. I don't think he bought it from the Amish.
Gotcha. He just in that area.
Did he confuse the Amish with Mormon?
No, these were Amishes. Amishy.
Especially when you watch this and you make it look so easy, you know? And it's like, oh man, well, I might want, there's some 5 or 6 things I'd like to build, or another hobby. You know, it was a Teddy Roosevelt thing. He always had 3 hobbies going at once. One that you've mastered, one that you're working on, and one that you're just starting.
I'm gonna have to read me some Teddy Roosevelt. I really want to build a flag, like a legit, real flag.
Okay.
Like when you look at the old flags, especially when you get to see one up close, they're not the same. Like the material's not even the same. And that's what Jeff was saying. He's like, well, you're gonna have to get a a loom. You're gonna have to make the material. The material's not the same. I'm like,
Okay.
all right, totally doable. He's like, you're not gonna do that. I go, yes, I will. Yeah, yes, I will do that. The pine, you know the story with the pine tree flag, the appeal to heaven flag?
No.
You should look it up. George Washington. A lot of the war was not over the fucking 3% tax or the tea or any of that shit. A lot of it was over pine trees. They were taxing all the pines. The king sent his groundskeepers over and they tagged all these massively large trees and they said that they were theirs. And the first, I think it was the first 9 Navy ships actually flew the pine tree flag, the appeal to heaven flag.
Okay.
And it was a white flag with a green pine tree on it.
Okay. Isn't that like Vermont, maybe?
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, it might have been. Story's super cool. If you just look it up, you'll find some great shorts on it. But we were talking about it because there's a new movie coming out called Young George Washington that, what's their names? I want to say Heaven. It's not Heaven. Angel Studios put out, right? So if you join the Angel Studios membership, you get 2 free tickets to go see the movie. Well, they have 6 others that you get tickets for also. They've got 6 movies already in the can or in the process right now. But the previews look good for the movie. I definitely want to go see it.
So I thought that was a show. Because I've been seeing the reels of young Washington or whatever.
So maybe I'm wrong, but
I
I'm
also probably don't wait until the end of the reel and scroll on.
maybe I'm wrong, but I'm usually
It's
not.
like the Rosa Parks thing. I'm to the point now where it's like, I really like the real story of Washington.
Well, I think,
Because he wasn't our first president.
yeah, I think a lot of it, I don't know that they intentionally gave you the real story or they just passed the real story and it evolved over time.
Right.
There's a lot of that.
It's just like when you first hear that he wasn't our first president, you're like, wait, what? I went to school. He was number 1. And it's like, no, he wasn't number 1. And we got to him because we needed to quell the rebellion that was happening again, or something along those lines.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's a movie, cool.
Yeah.
We should rent a theater out and a bunch of us go see it.
July 3rd is when it comes out.
I like it. The day before the 4th. You guys will see that I'm being a lot slower on this. Just because I sew so fast and you usually can't see it, so I'm doing it for you. Also, I want this to be really nice. Like, I can't just redo this piece if I mess this canvas up. What's up?
Is that working out?
Yeah, yeah. Are we missing zipper pulls? Did you get a chance to look at that box that's almost empty?
No, I never saw it.
Okay, so
It's
dude
sitting outside.
Dude said, hey, check this box. It looks like it's damaged. And I go, well, there's nothing here that can be damaged. It's all coil.
Yeah, I thought that's what was.
But there's 2 boxes of zipper pulls. And one of them only has like a bag or 2 in it. So I think we're missing a lot.
Check the packing list and see what.
Yeah, just see what you... I'm not going to make a big deal about it. I just need to know whether I need to order more or not. I'm not even going to try to claim it or anything. That, and I want to make a pair of boots.
Those boots you sent me from JK are pretty cool.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
They're really pretty. And those black and brown ones, those are the limited edition.
Yeah, with the 250.
For $250, and they release tomorrow.
Okay.
Now most of their boots are $500, $600, $700.
Yeah.
I like them. I would really like to have a 2-tone pair like that.
Yeah.
But then I'm watching them do it, and I'm like, I totally see this equipment. Like, this is the equipment that we see all the time.
Yeah.
We're like, what did they make on this? How would you get it out of here? And you can almost get that stuff for nothing because people
it's
can't move it.
immovable.
Yeah. Or the guy that wants it lives in a fucking apartment.
Right. Yeah, I really like those boots I got, Texarado boots.
Do you?
Yeah, they
Are those rubber frog boots you wear all the time?
no.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
That's what these are. But they're super comfortable. I like the toe box on them. It's not narrow, it's wider, and they're, I mean, every time you put them on, you smell the leather.
Yeah.
They're just, it's,
Those JK boots, if you go on the website, they have a narrow size, and they have 7 different width sizes.
Oh,
You can
really?
go up all the way throughout the whole thing, and you can kind of customize the heel compared to the toe.
cool.
And they're like, we go off of this sizing. So whatever your normal size, our boots run pretty big. So if you wear like a 10.5, order a size 10.
Yeah, that's what I didn't realize. I downloaded that company's sheet, and I was like, oh, this fits. Well, didn't know this, 2 different size feet. One's a half size smaller than the other, and so one boot was super loose, and the other boot fits perfect. And so I sent him back and got another pair, and now it's still just off a bit. And I messaged him. He's like, "Oh, we can make you a custom sizing." He goes, "You just gotta trace your foot or come out here."
Where are they?
They're in Colorado.
That'd be a super cool video.
Yeah.
Who does Wrangler start talk about? Who's he like for whites?
Whites is the ones I usually see, but much like a lot of things, you get sent some cool stuff. He kind of talks about it, but I think he's JK and whites are the ones that with the login heel and
So he probably knows who JK is.
I would bet.
That's
Especially
Rob's.
'cause they're out that way.
That's Rob's guy.
Yeah.
I don't know how tied in together they are, but when I went to their website, they're giving away a Ford Raptor.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, is this part of Rob's giveaway or what is?
Yeah.
They're all there.
Huh?
They're all there.
Okay. I like his story.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you hear that story, first you hear you're like, oh, foreign guy, but then you hear the story about like where he came from and the guy came over. It's makes you want to buy the boots for sure.
It had me buying a pair of boots. Yeah, I'm like, oh, there's not a 2. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did you see them, Cody, the boots? It's in your, it's on Instagram. I sent you the video. They're beautiful. The whole story, all his shorts are really good. I love those first videos, like when Origin put their stuff out, where they're like, all right, we found these machines. They're in this factory. It's been closed for 40 years. How do we get these? What do we do with them? Where do we put them? He knocked trees down in the backyard and built the shop.
Yeah.
Okay, his wife came home and was like, what is going on here? Like, I thought we weren't taking the big trees down. He's like, well, we needed to mill them for...
For lumber. Yeah. I like the way I can't remember the guy's name, the Origin guy that does it. Who puts all their content out? It's transparent and he's promoting the product and it's cool. I like their story.
I do.
Yeah. You see it?
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're cool. Did you see the Kumar accountant guy?
Tell me about him.
So it's everyone's kind of not everyone. A lot of people are adopting what he did. Essentially, just he's a nerd accountant. He's retiring, and just the way that they shot the content is
I don't
gone
think
viral.
I know about him.
Let's see if I can find it.
Do you know about him?
I'll send it to you. But it goes back to he's telling a story. He posted like 3 posts and got like 1 million views, 1 million followers in like 2 days.
Wow. I would like to hire Peter McKinnon to be Brandel's assistant.
I'm sure he would love that.
He would. He's Canadian. Of course he's going to love it. He knows he has to play second fiddle. If we went to Canada, you'd be his grip. I had no idea that was... Amanda's like, whose booth is this? I'm like, I don't know. I think it's part of Key Bar. I had no idea he was there. I never did get to see him. I really would. I wanted to talk to him.
I just walked by it and I was like, oh, Peach Fire. I just assumed that it was them there, you know?
It was.
But then...
And you know the crazy thing? I have intended to go look at their content for the show and stuff. It's never targeted to me. Like, it's almost like it doesn't exist. I'm sure it's there. Instagram shows me everything else, but it didn't target me anything from
Once I
them.
ordered 1 or 2 things from it on Instagram, I see it all the time now.
Do you like it? Is it nice?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of like small EDC stuff. I've got some leather key holders he made that snap on that are branded with his little logo.
Did Peter make them?
It was his first drop. I ordered, I think his first 10 drops. I got everything that he ordered.
But did Peter make them or somebody else?
The first ones he did.
He did.
The first ones he did. After that, it was insane volumes of sales. He did a small knife pouch.
But that's because of Peter.
Yeah.
Like, that's Peter. Like,
Yeah.
if Tim did it, like, we could sell 100 of them, but
Yeah.
how many could
He
we
did
really sell?
Great marketing. He didn't even associate himself with the brand whatsoever. He just kept saying like, "Hey, I just wanted to get into leather working, and so I started making these." And he's like, you know, and he's like, "And yeah, I got these cool ones too." And you know, he didn't even say he made those, and those are the ones he was selling. And then
It's just that marketing where you're not promoting, but you're wanting to be. It's that I don't know how these guys do it so religiously. Like they're posting content for months prior before they're actually
And not
pushing
say
the
anything.
product,
Yeah.
not say anything. And you're like, man, I want that hat or I want that thing. And it's you look at the comments, and that's all it is. And that's the whole portion of the video is to get you to dwell up that stuff.
before he was YouTube Peter McKinnon, he was a magician, but
Card guy.
he made all of his money off of selling online courses on how to be a magician and stuff.
How to do magic.
Yeah. Because I found him from skateboarding.
Yeah, I
He
never
used to
knew that.
skate, and that's what he posted on YouTube. The only videos he had was just skateboarding. And then he would randomly do some magic tricks, and that was about it. And then it was like a couple months later he blew up.
That's cool.
It's just easy to listen to. Like,
Yeah.
have you ever listened to any of his stuff?
Yeah, a couple times.
Super easy to listen to. You could have no interest in doing videos or photography, and you can listen to the entire video all the way through. And that's rare. It's rare for me anymore.
The M.I. Gardner, Luke dude.
Yeah, I like him.
He posted a video the other day just like making content and how just he's like, is this edit, is this gap in the speech is going to be what turns people off, and just how he just went through it, and I was like, well man, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's in there taking out a fourth of a second because I feel like I didn't speak clearly enough, re-editing it. He's just talking about how taxing it is to create good content.
A lot of content out there right now is saying don't edit. Like, literally just fucking put it up raw. I think that's all bullshit.
I think you draw half of the people are there just for volume.
No
half
matter.
of the people are there for how it looks. So you're gonna get half of them either way. So you choose your weapon.
I just know when I edit a video and then I show my wife, she goes, yeah, it looks good. And then I spend another 2 hours on it, putting cuts in it and overlay the images to it. She goes, oh, that looks great. I'm like, yeah, you would have told me to post the first one.
Also, what are you filming for? Are you filming for views and for likes and for growth, or are you filming to actually give information to the people that follow you? You can pick or choose. You can't have really both. You can either
Dan
make
Martell dude, he talks about it just like,
Is that Dan's Millionaire Code?
yeah.
Is that him?
So his guy,
Rob's friend?
content for him. It's not Caleb. Caleb was Hermosa's guy. There's another dude. He posts all the time. He's just like, don't just create content to create content. He goes, is it for comments? Is it for shares? Is it for top of funnel where you're getting all the masses? Is it for your niche? He's like, everything you do before you go to hit record, you should know why you're shooting it, for why you're shooting it. I'm like, man, that's why they've got 10 million subs.
Yeah, well,
in
I mean,
6 months.
Something's wrong here.
what happened?
I don't know.
I'm talking.
No, this happened the other day.
Just cut off a little.
I don't know if this piece is too long or that piece is too short. No, it matches over here. All right, we're just going to put it together.
Yeah, I did a podcast with my friend, a tattoo artist, and he was like, man, I need like one clip to get a lot of views. And I said, all you gotta do is ask me what's the most painful spot to get tattooed? That's all you gotta ask me. And I was like, and there you go, because everybody has their own damn opinion. That doesn't hurt. Whatever. I slept for my tattoo. And I'm like,
That's what Amanda said.
yeah. And then boom, it took off like 8,000 comments in the chat. It was just like boom, flew through.
Brandon's out finishing her arm next week.
Cool.
Wednesday?
Is it Wednesday? I don't know. One of the days.
No clue.
I don't know.
He hasn't asked or told me about it.
He told me. I don't remember.
One guy I saw commenting on, he was an assistant for someone that Theo Vaughn interviewed. And he said, he's like, Theo comes off like a comedian who's just shooting the shit. He goes, every short that they clipped out of that pod was actually something that he had written down as a joke, as a one-liner, and he orchestrated the conversation every time to get off of it, to get back into the ability for him to pull that short. And I was like, that's the way to do it. So that's why I started, every time I interview somebody, I write down 2 or 3 things that I make sure we add up, and even if it sounds weird in the long form, I still rip it out of the back and be like, oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. What are the top 3 apples that you like to grow in your life? Because then I can take that, put it in front, and let it play through. Sounds a little goofy when you're listening to a 40-minute video, but
Yeah, but that's what got him to the 40-minute
right,
video.
the 100,000 view short is why they got to the 40-minute video. So.
And then they watch 5 minutes of it, and they're like, okay, I gotta watch more shorts.
Yeah, I gotta go back.
I
I do it too. It's because they put it right. They put the extra shorts right underneath it. And it was another short you were already watching, the Young Washington. You're like, oh man, I didn't see that one. And so halfway through a 20-minute video or less, I'm already scrolling shorts.
I just decided to stop watching short content.
Has anybody seen Tad?
Daddy,
Yeah.
he came out to the house last week.
To your house?
Yeah, I did the fault of texting him and going, hey man, do you have someone you trust in Nashville to look at HVAC? He goes, what's wrong? What can I do? I'm like, bro, I need someone to come like clean the unit. But like, if you have a friend, I'm gonna support a buddy of yours. He goes, I'll come do it. And I'm like, all right, sure. Because he wasn't gonna take no for an answer. And so he came out, and come to find out, my unit was kind of not working great. It's all frosted over. So he diagnosed it and showed me he's got an app out. He created an app through some website company.
He's got 68 people on it so far.
Yeah. He had launched it on vacation. He came to me like the day after, and he had 28 people already paying $20 a month to have that app.
You just vibe code it?
However, he sent me all the stuff.
That's AI. You tell it what you want it to do, and it makes the thing, I'm guessing.
He sent me all the stuff, and he's like, dude, you need to make one. I was like, man, a buddy of mine sent me an app that he, like, iOS'd it. Like, Tad's is kind of through another thing where it doesn't have Apple on it. And I was like, man, this one kind of does everything that I would want an app to do. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to do or use it. But with Tad having all that content he's already created and all those digital PDFs that people pay for his YouTube, it's easy to cross that over.
I don't think it matters if there's an app out you like. Just take what you like of it and have one
yeah.
done. Because there's how many of your customers are going to subscribe to that because of you that don't even know the other apps there? They weren't ever going to subscribe to it.
100%. That's what I was telling Ted. I was like, I need to make it personally to Regenerative Orchards and not just garden app or whatever. I'm going to go thin some fruit.
All right. I'm going to sit right here in this air conditioning. I thought that was a gift.
Yeah, sure, take it.
All right, everything's together.
Seemed like it pulled fine though, once it got all.
It did. Yeah, it did. Will it go together? I feel so dirty when I sew this stuff.
Just your hands.
Well, it just has, I mean, it's probably got 40 years of dust on it. I know I did not tack that stitch over there. I just want to get this in place right here, and then we'll come off the long side. Can you run the 220, or do I need to have Tad do that?
I mean, can I? Yes. I'm capable of doing stuff. Where are we running it from and where to?
I don't know where it's coming from, but it's going to go on that wall by the front of the building. Probably where the projector screen is. I really don't know why I nailed that side down first. It's really pulling in a way that this usually doesn't.
It's probably going to come from that panel that's in that office right there.
Upstairs?
Yes. The one on the other side's nearly full.
We might be able to pull it from the power box in the back power room.
I don't know what's back there.
I don't know, but there's a lot back there.
I don't know what any of that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should do that.
Yep.
But I don't know what I'm doing with any of that
Okay.
stuff back there. I've done three-phase. I've just never dealt with the transformers or any big giant panels like that.
I just figure while we're running it, just run a conduit down there and put multiple 220 outlets there.
Well, maybe. It depends on what that thing's going to pull and how many amperage,
Yeah.
how many breakers you need. Is that for the printing press?
Printing press, and I think that old machine too. I don't know that it's 110 or 220. I don't know.
What old? Oh, gotcha.
The Adler, and then that big vertical,
Yeah.
that big huge Singer.
That's a Singer?
The big huge machine is a Singer.
I didn't realize that.
The big upright, that 600-pound one.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are Singers. We will probably edge tape this bag. Just because the canvas frays. There's no coating on this or anything that keeps it in place. There's no liner or durable waterproof finish or anything. Most of our Cordura that every now and then we have gotten Cordura that was seconds that was not coated, and it frays really bad too. It's the coating, the spray that they put on it that holds it all in place. Polyurethane spray. Man, I looked all over this and I didn't catch this, that I hadn't caught this right here. I'm about a stitch or two away from this corner. That's why I came back in this direction. Tack that down. Now we'll bring it this way. I think we'll bring it this way. Time is it?
51.
What time?
4:51.
Our first crew will be leaving here in a few minutes. Something is very wrong here. I don't know what is wrong here. I don't know how I've done this. I've got this side fits perfect. This side is skinnier. It's almost like I cut one side longer than the other. Will we be able to tell? Maybe it's because maybe I'm getting more stretch out of this than normal. But no, I mean, I've made several of these. I've made a few of these bags out of canvas. Now I have extra on this side too. Which pleat that's down there? That guy out by you that has the roller coasters?
Mm-hmm.
How did he move those?
I don't know.
Does he have equipment? Did he move those? Yeah, see, I've got extra here too. Whereas I put it into these pleats here on the side. But I'm going to have it here. I'm going to pull this back out. We're going to put the pleats so that all four corners are the same. At least I think that's what I'm going to do here. That canvas is a little delicate compared to what we normally work with, so Hear that loud car stereo? That's the first shift leaving. The first shift doesn't even realize that there is a second shift.
Who's the loud car stereo?
The new kid.
Any way to ship yet?
No, I definitely need somebody to ship. That has to be like an actual real adult that can do problem solving and stuff. Just has to have effort,
Basic.
initiative, yeah. I know this is what's in the box, but I'm not sure what this other thing is. But I think it's this, so look it up on the website, right?
Yeah.
Having the simple ability to solve problems and find answers without asking somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Deductive reasoning.
Let's get a woodblock game where none of the actual pegs fit into the holes and see how long it takes them to realize that. And if they can realize it really fast, they're hired. But if they sit for 40 minutes trying to get these to go in, we know we don't want them.
Well, I mean, we generally know we don't want them the first 2 seconds, 5 seconds. Nose ring theory. Nose ring represents your trauma. Your trauma is your identity. I definitely don't need you near me.
Unless now somebody comes in here and they've got this like all the way through and they're just like, they went through some real trauma just by getting it, we'll consider it.
Tribal.
Yeah.
A bone through your
If they got
nose.
a bone through there, they're hired. We'll worry about how good they are later.
I'm not hired to work my shipping department. I don't care what they look like. If they can't look you in the eyes though, that's probably not gonna work here. If you come in not wearing deodorant and I have to tell you to wear deodorant, that's probably a disqualification.
Your back's really straight and you're naked pooper. You don't want to.
They live. What was that show with Jodie Foster about the telescopes? And the aliens came down, and the aliens would their legs would bend over backwards, and they could jump over roofs and shit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sure it was Jodie Foster?
No. Who was the chick from Tornado?
From Twister.
Maybe her. Maybe Helen Hunt. I think it was Jodie Foster. Look up Jodie Foster alien movie. So you're going to have a lot of this. There's going to be a lot of this because of the way it's cut, the way the fabric's woven and not treated. So we'll take this and edge tape it. Let's first flip it and see if it even contact. That's it. Should have made those pleats the other direction so they're facing downward on this. I have this shit all over me.
Just fuzz. You can't really tell.
Yeah, I mean, we can tell because we just pointed it out, but a normal person looking at it won't look at it and think, oh. I think I do want to bring this in a little more here. See that? I actually found them right where they
Yeah,
were.
you remember where you put them.
It's not that I remember. Somebody moves them.
I try to test your skill by moving everything 1 inch every day.
I ordered extra of every Velcro, and I don't think that it has ended up out here. I don't know. I think it comes in and they unwrap it, not realizing it's supposed to go out here. All right, look guys, when you order Velcro, what am I saying, Velcro? When you order paracord, 550 cord, a lot of it will come on these fancy plastic spools. None, especially if you're ordering it off Amazon, none of that shit gets here without the spool completely smashed. I have gone back to ordering only the spools on these cardboard spindles, these spools here. The ones on the plastic, they come a little lower. Some of them are square. The center is not square, but the outside piece, the top and bottom is square. Just be aware that if you're going to put this on a wall and be able to pull off of it, or you want to be able to run it like a normal spool, when that plastic is cracked in transit, a lot of times the cord comes off of there. We don't even bother to try to fix it. We cut as large of pieces as we can because we're going to hack them into 10-inch pieces for our zipper pulls. But be aware of that. We have the last 100 probably spools of 550. Every single one that has come on plastic has been smashed to pieces. Amazon, I don't know what the fuck's going on over there, but it's getting worse. So I only order the ones, and this is how they used to come. You never used to see a plastic spool. Now you can cut this really nice, the way we do it, on a rope cutter, which will cost you about 60 bucks, well worth it. Or you can cut it with scissors, which bust it open and you have all these fibers here. And then you just gotta torch it down. Now the torch, if you're just doing a few pieces here and there, that's fine. Cody's about to notch this and then we're gonna put it back up through there. Don't use the tip of the scissors, open all the way up. You'll fuck those up.
Get in there any further.
Yeah, just use this. You'll ruin those scissors. Now this, when you're burning this, I know you all think you know how to do this. It will only take one time where this drips down on you, and when it drips on your finger, it lives there from now on. It is melted into your finger, and when you pull it off, it'll take you weeks for that to heal up. So the way I normally do it is I run it like that, and it's still hot. I just touch it so that it kind of mushrooms out, but it's flat. You can clean them up past this, do whatever you want with them. But you want a little bevel on them. It looks like shit right now, but you can clean that up with a lighter after the fact. But when you have this big mushroom head on the top, a lot of times that will not get through your zipper pull when you go to put it on and tie it. I can't believe that we used to do this shit all the time. And it leaves all this shit all over your table. So, where the fuck is that rope cutter? I know it's right in front of me. I'm probably looking at it. Yeah, here it is, under all this shit. This right here. This is the best. Invest in one of these early on. And when you're cutting your cord, you can zoom across it really fast. I even just cut it. It will cut fast. It will not sear properly. Take this, put it diagonal, and just let it go for about a second. It'll cut through in less than a second. Just drag it slowly across it, and it'll give you a nice seared, scabbed finish at an angle. That angle will make it much easier when you are going to put these zipper pulls in place. When you have that mushroom cap on top, it won't push through. Even this is not wanting to go through here. Now you totally can push it through there or make it fit with some hemostats or something. This side is a little flatter, went through, so tie that off. I'm going to hold this, and this will kind of roll into place. You will feel it roll, and then you can clean these up or tune them or whatever. This is our normal tool bag. This one's a little different than production. Same patterns. Type 13 webbing. This is expensive. What do we pay? $275 a roll for this, I think. It's costly. Same stuff used in parachutes. That's why it's costly. You can probably find a commercial version of it, but it won't have the same feel. Yeah, that is not going through there. Let's just do this right. So this cradle's all the way underneath. That webbing is rated at like 7,000 pounds or something. It's never coming undone. And it completely encompasses these handles, bear all the weight of this bag rather than the canvas bearing the weight of the bag. So that'll take a couple seconds to heat up now that I have all this shit all over my table. We can throw those completely away.
You never turned it on.
Okay, you guys saw me turn it on, right? Here it goes. All right, it is now warmed up. Get you a draw fan, put something, we don't even use a draw fan inside. We have a little tiny desk fan, like a 3-inch, 4-inch fan, sits right here. It blows past it. That sucks the smoke off. Don't blow it directly on the blade. That'll cool it off, and you'll take a lot longer to cut. You can also do some dryer vent fan. When you buy that, don't get the shitty plastic stuff, get the proper aluminum stuff. And you can build a squirrel cage fan to the outside or whatever. They also make, Amazon sells it. I have not used one. My buddy Andrew says that they're pretty good though. For like 60 bucks, they have a unit about this size that is a fan, a suction. It sucks it in and has a filter, and it sucks all the smoke in, and you don't smell any of it. And then you just have to, I think you wash the filter out or something. Probably worth investing in, especially if you're in your house or your apartment or something.
I believe you can get something like that on Beaver.
Yeah, it might even be Beaver. This is on Amazon, but all right, there's those. And then I'm gonna take it inside, and Miranda, I'm gonna have her edge tape this so that it's nice and finished, and it will last another 40, 50 years. This gentleman that we are giving this to is 74 currently. So there is that. If you have a piece of canvas or some kind of uniform or something that's important to you, or sitting around, it's been in your family for a long time or your grandfather's, and you don't really use that piece of equipment, but maybe you want to turn it into something you will use, hit us up. We can talk about it. That's what this is.
Oh, it is on fire.